Hey there, YouTube bassists. This is John from johnfoxbass.com, premium bass guitars, coming to you today with a shootout of some of the very best preamps in the industry for electric bass. Here we've got the Caveman Audio BP1 Compact and the full-size Caveman Audio BP1, and we've got the infamous Noble from the Noble amplifier company, which has tubes in it, or at least a tube, a couple tubes, and the Arkham Oracle, made right here in Maine, not too far from me. Very cool. And also tube preamp. And then another solid state one, the Bergantino Super Pre, which has 21 memories and overdrive, distortion, fuzz, foot controllable to select what tone you want, all kinds of cool things. That one's definitely the most feature rich. We're going to listen to hear how they sound. I've got 4 different basses here. I'm not having a lot of time, so we'll dial. I've dialed in the tones already, and we're going to switch between them. Listen with a P bass, maybe a little bit with flats, jazz bass, Dingwall, and let's hear how they sound. Tell me what you think in the comments. So this first one, we're plugged into the Caveman Audio BP1 Compact, and on this one you've got 2 knobs, gain and level. Gain, if you set it all the way to 0, the signal goes away, but once you bring it up just a little bit, you start to get tone, and as you increase the gain, it fattens the tone. You can overdrive. You got to back the level off if you turn the gain up too high, as you'd expect. But you can fatten up the tone nice and tubey with that control. We'll watch what that does. All right, now I'm going to switch over to the BP1, the big one. Same drill, 2 knobs. This one's got a XLR input for your wireless transmitter. It's got an effects loop and full-time tuner out, and they both have a 1/4 inch out going to the amp in addition to the DI. The little one also does have the same effects loop send and return and a full-time tuner out. It just doesn't have the wireless transmitter or receiver input. Also, the little one is 12 volt powered. The big one is AC powered. Let's listen to the big one. All right, now I'm going to flip over to the Noble, and we'll give that one a listen. And this one, it's got a volume control which does nothing for the DI. That only works on for your amp, 1/4 inch out. And it's got a bass and treble. And there's also a switch that gives you a little bit of a bass boost, not massive, but a noticeable bass boost. So I've got the bass boost off right now. And we'll listen, the 2 tone controls are on about 1 o'clock, and I'll fiddle with those a little bit. And then flick on the bass boost as well. So I just turned the treble all the way up to maximum. You can certainly hear it got a lot brighter. All right, let's listen to this Oracle. So the Oracle has got basically, it's called the James EQ circuit. It's similar to the Boxendall, where the bass will boost the bass area, or kind of cut the highs. Really, is I think what it's doing. And the treble, for the treble side, there's no, quote unquote mid-range control in that circuit. However, this has a mid-range boost switch, so you can boost 250 hertz mids. Which is a subtle boost. It's not massive, but you can hear it. Not sure how well it comes through on such a low setting. But it's got bass and treble, and also a high-pass filter as well, and input gain and output level. So you can also warm it up, by overdriving a bit. So let's give that one a listen. Man, right away you just notice it sounds like a tube amp. It sounds really good. Just the Noble is the same. Kind of has that immediate tube warmth to it. It's unmistakable. Forgot to mention, it's also got a little low boost and high boost toggle switch as well. I just flipped the low boost on. Man, this is basically a complete tube amp in a tiny little box. It does everything. So bass boost, high boost, mid boost switch, the high pass filter, so you can get rid of the subsonics. Everything is there. It's pretty amazing, and it sounds really good. I was just messing a little bit with the. At one point, I cranked the gain. So you get some actual tube distortion, which actually is tube distortion. Or back the gain way back, and make it just dead clean. I didn't turn the microphone off on the lapel mic, but that's that one. And now we're going to go to the Bergantino Super Pre, and I got to move the DI cable since I ran out of inputs. And I've got this on a basically general setting where I usually like it. The bass is at 3, low mids at 1, high mids and treble are cut just a hair down to -1/2 or -1. That's crazy, right? It's solid state, but it doesn't sound like solid state. It sounds like tubes. And here I'm going to go to the memory bank B, let's say, and go to a memory where I have some. Alright, so I should probably play some different basses, but I'm running out of time. I have to catch a flight, but man, if you want to avoid having pedals and you still want to get that tone and have the maximum flexibility, man, that's pretty awesome. To get the distortion, tube, overdrive, fuzz, all that stuff in a little and you can power it with 9 to 12 volts, AC, DC, center positive, center negative, doesn't matter, it'll take anything. It's super flexible. Any power supply you got hanging around in the box. Anyway, let's listen to this Dingwall through this Bergantino and see what it sounds like. Wow, that's pretty killer. I guess we got to do the Dingwall thing, right, and try some little distortion, see what happens. All right, man, that's pretty cool. That's very, very cool. All right, I'm going to switch the DI back over here to the Arkham Oracle, plug back into that. Let's listen to this beautiful, unbelievable Dingwall Afterburner II through that. sounds good. All right. I'm sure the Noble's going to sound good too. Let's listen to that. You can't go wrong with any of these. Every single one of these is freaking amazing. I don't know. They're all good. I'm just, in my mind, I'm trying to decide which one would I get if I were getting just one, and I don't know, I'd get them all. No, you can't go wrong. They're all so good. Let's listen to the BP1 Compact. All right, and we'll move over to its big brother, the BP1. Man, just awesome. Every one, just awesome. I don't know. Tell me what you think. I'm really curious. Obviously, there are different price points, few different features. Ultimately, the main thing you want is good tone. Obviously, you know, a lot of people say the tone is in the fingers. I tend to agree there's a lot in your fingers. I play a lot of different basses, and I've had many people say, it doesn't matter what you're playing, they all sound the same. That's the part that's in the fingers, I guess, the technique, whatever. But for a given technique, you know, when you're dialing in, you want to tweak just a certain tone that you hear in your head. You want to have the gear that will let you do that. So all of this gear will let you do that to varying degrees. But even the ones that have like hardly any control at all still sound awesome. And the one that has incredible amounts of control, maybe for some people it's too complicated. I find it actually totally easy to use. It took me I don't know, 15 minutes just reading the book and playing with the knobs to figure it out in the Super Pre. Once you read the manual and understand what everything's doing, it all makes sense. That one you can do anything, absolutely anything. It's incredible, the flexibility that you have. Do you need that? I don't know. That's your call. That's a tough one. It's up to each individual person. Obviously, everybody's different. And, you know, I see some guys that give me a volume knob and an on-off switch. That's all I need. And other guys are like, I got to have the ability to, you know, dial in, you know, 210 hertz plus 3 dB, and I want 800 hertz at minus 8 dB or whatever. Okay, you can do that with that one, but not the others. They all sound great. So here's a jazz bass. We'll just noodle for a couple minutes, and I gotta get going because the video is getting long. I'm aware of that. Thanks for your patience. Hopefully there's some value in this for you. We're still in the big one, the BP1, Caveman Audio. Now we'll go back to its little brother, the BP1 Compact. Sounds really, really, really good. Man, if you don't have a lot of room, I guess that's the way to go. That one, that little one, it's small enough to fit anywhere. Can't quite fit it in your back pocket, but it'll hopefully fit on your pedal board. And you can get yours at johnfoxbass.com. I'm sure you knew that. Sorry, I'm losing focus here because I'm aware that I have to get out of here. Here is the Arkham Oracle. That was the Noble we just heard. Yeah, every time I play that one, I just feel like I'm just playing through like a Aguilar DB751 or something, which, I mean, I used to have an Ampeg B15N, 1965. It was similar sound, but didn't have as much tonal flexibility as what that has, because this has, you know, the high pass filter and the mid-range switch and the boost switches. But other than that, it's kind of similar to the B15. Other than that, but it's a tiny little box, and it doesn't. It's not so fragile like the B15. Anyway, it's super nice. Okay, let's listen to, what am I plugged into? Bergantino? Yeah, but in order to get sound, we need a DI cable. I apologize for that. I can't see it. There we go. I'm just at a loss to understand how a little piece of solid state gear sounds and feels like a tube amp. But that does. You know, I'm listening here with a set of very high quality 64 audio IEMs, and man, that sounds every bit as good to me as the ones with the tubes. I don't know what else to say. It's amazing. All right, give me your thoughts. I got to sign off and send a couple of these back. I want to give a shout out to Micah from Arkham for sending me the unit to demo for this video, and also to Dan, who owns this Noble. Dan and I go way back. He bought a bunch of basses from me in 2018, and we've been friends ever since, and had some great bagels. And thank you, Dan, and thank you, Micah, and Alan and Steen from Caveman Audio for sending me these Caveman Audio units. And of course, Jim Bergantino, the incredible engineer and designer of this Bergantino Super Pre. And I've been carrying his stuff for 3.5 years, and it's done really, really well. And because it speaks for itself, it's just awesome gear. Every single one of these pieces is awesome, as you heard. So you make the call if you want to get one. Hopefully this was useful. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and hope you have a great day.